Hey guys, it's GameFace here and welcome back to episode 130 of my Leeds United career mode. Now in today's episode, basically we're going to be getting through quite a few games, hopefully I think 5 matches we might get through. The first, I think 2 or 3 will be simming and then obviously playing 2 matches as well, I believe. So the first game is against, I think it's Poznan or something like that. We will be simming that game, then we've obviously got Bournemouth, we'll sim that one. QPR will sim as well, but we will be playing Ajax and Man City. We'll be playing both of those matches. We'll also obviously sim the Watford game in between. So apologies, I'm simming loads of games. But if you haven't seen previous episodes, I've explained why. We've got to kind of get through this fairly quick due to the fact that FIFA 17 is coming out quite soon. So we will be simming a couple of matches, hopefully not having too many injury problems and suspensions and that sort of thing. So the first one is going to be against Poznan. We'll see how we're getting against them in the group stage of the Champions League. We obviously need to try and get as many points as possible. We've drawn the game 1-1 there, so not fantastic for us, but it's still a point we'll take. I believe we should be still roughly top. But before we get into things properly, if we go ahead and hit 20 likes on this video, that'd be really appreciated. Also, if you haven't already, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button as well. That'd be absolutely fantastic. And yeah, Andre Silva's come back and said he's starting to have some doubts about leaving the club. I'm not saying I'm going to stay, but I'm less adamant that I was going to leave. Basically, it doesn't really matter too much to us because there's only this season left for us, and then it'll be on to the FIFA 17 career mode. So it doesn't really matter what Silva wants to do for us. As long as he stays till the end of the season, then we should be okay, I would imagine. But up to the Bournemouth game now, a game that we need to win because of our slow start to the season. Last few games, though, we have been doing very well in the league, so we need to continue that streak with the game against Bournemouth. We will sim this match yet again, along with the game afterwards against QPR. These are the less important matches that really I should be winning, so I'm having to sim them. Silvestri not happy about playing, same with Lewis Cook, both wanting to leave in the next transfer window. Not good news for us. We do need to get 3 points here against Bournemouth. We will just go, I think, with that same team I've got out there. Yeah, I think we will. So hopefully we can get ourselves a win here. There's not too many games around this time at the moment, so we can afford to put out quite a strong team against Bournemouth. We will just skip it, I imagine, here. And we won the game 2-1, but Dybala then getting injured. Kurt Zouma with both the goals. So yeah, a bit frustrating. We've got Dybala getting injured. That's sadly what happens when you sim games. You get a lot of injuries, a lot of suspensions. He's going to be out for 9 days though, luckily, so not too bad. Sava's not happy with his playing time. Same with Diego Reyes, who's now wanting to leave as well. So yeah, play development now before the next game against QPR. We're going to have to whiz through those matches first, but then don't worry, we will be playing some matches as well. Ajax and Man City, 2 big games for us to play this episode. We've just got a couple of games to sim before we get there. So we got the 3 points in that match. We're on 16 points now, still 6 points behind Newcastle, who are really smashing it at the top of the league. So we need to try and catch up to them as quickly as possible. Next game is against QPR, another league game, another one that we need to again try and win to make sure we can gather up the ground between us and Newcastle and Man United above us as well. But I don't think we will do play development for before this game. We'll actually just leave it for this week. Make sure we have a nice fresh team for the QPR game, and hopefully we can win that one. So let's wait and see how we get on. I'll change around the team and I'll be back once I've done that. Okay, pretty much the same team to be honest, other than the fact that Yedlin, Reyes and Chilwell come in defence. Other than that, pretty much the same attack and everything like that. So Stones is now gone up to 88 overall, looks really good for us. Hopefully get a chance to use him in the next few games. It's quite a strong team, this one, maybe wrongly against QPR. I know we've obviously got Ajax in 3 days time, but I think we just have to try and win as many games in the league. We've got to do well, so if we don't win here, massively disappointed because we've risked a really good team. Oh no, how have we lost with that team? I don't care that it's away. How the hell have we lost? Not even a point, we've lost. Ugh, we have to forget about that one as quickly as possible. I'll move on to the game against Ajax. Disappointing result. We will be playing this game though. Brendan Galloway is also not able to play the next match. They need to improve the simming of matches, they really do. I know it's not great for you guys to watch, but sometimes we have to do it, especially when we're getting towards the end of FIFA 16. So let's do some play development now before the Ajax game. We'll change around the team, obviously, because we're forced to do that for a few different reasons. Again, though, getting some players going up quite nicely there. Some players approaching 70 overall, which is good to see as well. They might get a chance later on in the season once they're ready to play in the first team. Okay, I think the main reason why we lost that game that we played in the league was because it didn't really put out the team that I asked it to. So it appears that he doesn't use the team that he puts out. We've got a few players here that clearly did play, those that haven't managed to recover in time. but clearly not everyone did play because a lot of them are still full energy. We'll change on the team now though, and we'll see what side we put out. Okay, this is the team I've gone with. To be honest, not many changes. It's kind of the standard team that I've been putting out a lot, trying to keep it quite consistent. We've got to Stegen in goal, Nelson at right back, Stone, Zuma, Galloway, Lucas at CDM this time, Matuidi then playing in centre mid alongside Ramirez. It was suggested in the last episode to put Matuidi in that position, so that's exactly what I'm going to do. Schürrle playing as the left attacking mid, Quincy Promise as a right attacking mid, Dybala starts up front as well, so quite a strong team. That's the bench I've gone with. Silva on there, quite a few players that are only a card away from being suspended. That isn't so good. But let's get right onto this game now and hopefully get ourselves the 3 points. Okay, here we go. Big game against Ajax. We are still top of the group that we're in. Currently we're on 4 points. Still 2 points ahead of second and third. That's good for us. It seems like the results have gone our way in this group, which is great. A win against Ajax would really help us and pretty much not quite guarantee us, obviously, mathematically, but put us in a really good position to go through into the next round. So we really need to try and get 3 points here. It is quite important, especially given the fact that Ajax are doing quite well themselves, and it's 1-0. What a start. 4 minutes in. Fantastic finish. And we really need that to kind of kick us off quite well. Schürrle with the goal on his left foot. He's been quite good for us as well in the games that we've played recently. Really good bit of build-up play. Exactly what we needed, 1-0. That is it for the first half. Still winning the game 1-0. Not really too much to show you, to be honest, there. It was quite a scrappy game. Not a great first half, to be honest. But there's still another 45 minutes to try and see the game out. Hopefully try and get another couple of goals as well. We won't make any changes just yet. We'll see how it goes for the next sort of 15-20 minutes. On to Dybala again. He's going to shoot. Saved by the keeper. Couldn't get the follow-up. I'm not going to be out for a goal kick. Okay, all 3 changes at once now. We are going to bring on Bridcut, Antonio and Silva. That means we'll take off Quincy Promes, Lucas and Dybala and give them a bit of a rest before the next game. The next game is against Watford in the league in just a few days' time. So decided to rest them. About 20 minutes left now, just over. And hopefully we can see out the rest of the game. Still, though, looking to try and get another goal if we can. Silva. On to Schürrle, we've moved on to the right-hand side now. Back to Silva, can he finish it off? Really should be a goal there. Not hit that one well whatsoever. I was tempted to shoot with Schürrle, decided to play it across because I thought I had a better chance of scoring. And really not a good finish. And that is it, we've won the game 1-0. Really not too much to show you there whatsoever. A game full of just poor performances generally. Quite a sloppy game, quite just a poor match to watch. So apologies about that, but really couldn't do too much about it. We had quite a few chances. The keeper was just saving them. Our finishing wasn't great in today's game. But we got 3 points. That's the main thing. We've managed to get ourselves 3 points to remain at the top of the table in our group. That is great news for us. A win against Ajax was everything we were after. Shame though the performance wasn't quite there. The exciting performance certainly wasn't there. But we'll move on to the next game now against Watford, which we'll sim. And then we've got Man City in the Capital One Cup, I think it is, afterwards. Okay, so currently in the league, we are still 4th, but we are now more points behind. 9 points behind Newcastle now, which isn't good. But at least we remain 4th position. It's not bad. I know we're only 9 games in, but still not great to be in that position. We need the 3 points. If we get the 3 points, we could go up to 3rd, depending on Arsenal's result. But we need to try and beat Watford first. Let's change around the team and decide what sort of side I will play against Watford with. And this team I've gone with, Stegen starts in goal, Yedlin at right back, Stones, Reyes and Chilwell make up the defence. Cook in front of them, Taylor alongside Ramirez in midfield, Entep on the left, Sam Byram on the right with Silva up front. Little bit of a weakened team to play with against Watford, but we've got to rotate the players around a little. We've got the Capital One Cup match against Man City coming up soon, so we've got to make sure that our team's ready for that game as well. We will sim it through the usual route rather than through the calendar this time round. We should be beating Watford, let's be honest, we really should, but that doesn't necessarily mean we will. We've had this in the past before where it's not worked. Ramirez, I was about to sound so positive then when I was going to say Ramirez scores after 3 minutes, which is great, but Agallo scored 6 minutes later, so it's 1-1 now. Not good. I was hoping we could just be 1-0 up, that would have been better. Into the second half, Entep gets a bit of an injury, doesn't go off though, still confuses me why they don't just sub the players off. It's going to be a draw at this rate, it really is, isn't it? Oh, 10 minutes left. Dybala gets possibly a winner, and he's won us the game 2-1. Too close. Had to come off the bench there, Dybala, to score the winner, and it is 2-1. So we got the 3 points. That was what we were after, but not a convincing win, particularly. But we'll take it. Let's do some play drills now. Again, the same 5 players that we've been training up for so long now. We need to continue doing that to try and get them going up. This week, though, nobody going up in overall, just a couple of attributes going up here and there. Okay, this is the team I'm going to be playing with for the game against Man City in the Cup. Ter Stegen starts in goal, Nelson at right back, Zuma and Gordon make up the centre-back position, Galloway at left back, Lucas in front of them, Ramirez on the left-hand side of midfield with Matuidi on the right, Quincy Promes and Schürrle playing as our wide players, or wide-ish, and then Dybala up front. That leaves us at the bench looking like that Chris will get on there in case we need some more height going forward. If the worst comes to the worst towards the end of the game against Man City. We'll wait and see how things go though. Pretty confident with that team. We've been playing well in the games I've been playing, else getting ourselves the results that we needed. This is the final game of the episode. Hopefully we can end it on a high by getting through into the next round. It's going to be a tough game. It's Man City. They've got a lot of good players. Let's find out how we get on. Here we go. We need to get off to a quick start again. We need to really try and get an early goal if we can. But more realistically, make sure that we don't concede is the aim. They're playing Yeboah and quite a lot of other youngsters. Maybe they're not taking this game too seriously with it being the Cup. But a lot of rotated players, let's say. Hardly their first team by the looks of it at the moment. And it looks like they've got Joe Hart in goal as well to back that up. Oh, it's been played straight to Ramirez. Gonna look for Lucas to have a shot. Matuidi to shoot as well. Gets another block. Ramirez coming inside here. Gonna look for Quincy Promes, will turn and shoot. Gets another block. It's gonna be taken short here to Dybala. Gonna look for a cross. It's not actually a bad ball in. Just again, can't get a head on it. Starting to get quite frustrated actually this game because you can really just kind of get a feeling that we're not going to get what we deserve from the match. They've not had any chances yet, Man City. This is the first time they've gone forward. And really should be dealt with much better than that. Come on. Schürrle. On to Ramirez. Good chance. Ramirez saved by Hart. And that's our only chance, really, that I'm going to call a chance of that first half. Because we really haven't done much else. It's been very poor again. And we just haven't really managed to get a good, clean shot away like that. So that's the first one just before we go into the second half. We've got ourselves a corner here. Maybe going to try for the edge of the box because really nothing's been going our way in the box. And that continues outside of the box as well. Okay, that's it for the first half. 0-0. Poor, really poor game. Nothing happening whatsoever. No quality in either team. We need to change that. It's not good enough. There's so many players that are underperforming. It is ridiculous. Ramirez is going to have to come off. I have no choice. He's terrible in this game. Really poor. He goes from fantastic to terrible sometimes. Too many poor touches, not good enough, so we're going to take him off and we'll bring on Bridcut. Don't think we'll make any other changes for now. Let's just hope the team picks up a little bit, and that might be one way that we can do it, bringing on Bridcut. We'll wait and see. Okay, another quite abrupt change. We're going to bring on Silva, take off Dybala, in the hope that we can kind of just liven the game up a little bit. It's been very sort of dull and poor, really. That's the best word to describe it. Bridcut looking to Schürrle. Can he get us out of this mess here? Andre Schürrle cuts inside on his right foot, saved by Hart. Nobody to follow up. Final change is going to be Antonio coming on and Quincy Promes coming off. Yeah, we're struggling to get anywhere near the ball here, so it's quite frustrating. We're going to have to try and press them a little bit more, and it's a little bit worrying. I'm not worried about conceding. I'm just more worried about the fact that we're not really doing anything going forward, which is never good. So we're going to hopefully try and improve that by bringing on Antonio on the right-hand side. But 13 minutes left to try and get a goal. Here we go, counter-attack's on. It's to Andre Schürrle. Gonna look for Silva with that ball through. Silva, now on to Antonio. Can he finish this off? Antonio, rubbish. Wow, that's it, 0-0. Terrible performance. Never looked like losing it. But, you know, that's not what I'm after. I'm after a win here, and we never looked like winning it at all. So, we're into extra time. Terrible game. Really poor. Man City just not wanting to let us do anything. It's been one of those games where they've been reluctant to really let us have any chances. And yeah, it's just been really one of those bizarre matches that you have occasionally on FIFA. Oh, here we go. Oh, so don't have any chances. Wilfred Bonney. That looks perfectly set up for them to score there on the counter-attack. Would not have been deserved at all. Schürrle looking for Silva. We've been so hard done by in this game, we really are. Man City don't want to win the match, they're just seeing it out. They really just are after penalties here. With the team that they've set out and everything really about this game, they're after the penalties. Schürrle shoots, he scores 1-0, 3 minutes before half-time of the extra time. Ugh, we only had 2 decent shots, and that is the second one, so we'll take that 1-0. And we're hopefully just now going to see the game out ourselves. Lucas looking for the run of Schürrle. Good chance for us here. He's still onside. Going to cut inside. Still going. Brilliant run. Schürrle, oh, thank God someone can actually play well. 2-0, 7 minutes left, Schürrle's rescued us. It's what I asked him to do really in normal time, didn't quite happen for him then. Now it will happen though, weaving in and out brilliantly, slotting it past Hart, 2-0. The game is in our hands and out of reach of Man City now, so we're through to the next round, really happy with that. Schürrle again saving us. That is it, we've won the game 2-0, we're into the next round. Apologies that was probably quite a frustrating game to watch as well as for me to play, but really just things didn't quite click in that match. Similar to the last game as well, where we didn't play that well to be honest, but we have done in the last few episodes, which is much better, and the main thing is we're winning the games, that's what we're after. If we weren't playing well and then still losing, that would be more worrying. We're actually winning the matches, which is good. We're into the next round now, into the quarterfinals. We'll see who we come up against later in probably the next few episodes, I'd imagine. That is it for this episode. Thank you all for watching. If we could go ahead and hit 20 likes on this video, that'd be really appreciated. Also, if you haven't already, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button as well. That'd be absolutely fantastic. And yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow for another video. Thank you for watching and goodbye.